I've had a couple of people recently ask me about how to get better at pull-ups. So whilst I'm not necessarily the best person at doing pull-ups together, I've got a few tips which will probably help you either to get your first pull-up, or maybe even a few strategies to help you get more, or maybe even just some setup stuff. These are just things I've used to help some people that I work with directly in person, and I think some of the little tips are probably going to be quite useful for you. So there's a few different things. There's three main things I want to talk to you about. One of them is the use of resistance bands. The other one is about doing negative reps, and the other one is about using wrist straps. So resistance bands in the first place. Firstly, resistance bands are going to be great to help you build confidence with your pull-ups. They're going to be a good way to help you get more pull-ups and certainly get used to the feeling of doing them in the first place. Whilst they have their downside as well. So for example, the hardest part of the pull-up is going to be when you're in dead hang here. Unfortunately, I can't properly dead hang in this setup because I'm too tall, because I can just grab the bar, but let's just imagine I am. The hardest part of the pull-up is when you're going to be in this stretched out position to get the first pull here, and then once you're in this position, it's then continuing that pull up until you're at the top. Now the resistance band is going to give you help in that bottom position where it is hardest, and therefore not really helping you get stronger in that position. But like I said, they're going to be perfect for building confidence to get more repetitions. Now, one of the questions that someone asked me about was, how do I even get the resistance band up on the bar to set it up to be able to practice doing it? So the simplest thing for me to show you is you're going to loop it over the top and then create a little hole in here and then feed the resistance band through that hole, and so it's wrapped around here, and try and get it somewhat tight at the top. Now as you pull that down, that is going to get a bit tighter for you anyway. Now the next thing is, once that's gone up there, is how do you even get your foot in there? Because as someone said, I'm 6 foot something, I can't get my foot up here. That's quite difficult. So one way is you could just try and pull it down like this. Now that's going to rely on your tricep strength to push it down, and then even still it can be quite difficult even if you're quite flexible. Now my top tip for this one is, instead of pulling it from the outside, go inside and push down from there. And for me and a lot of other people I've helped, they find that a lot easier because you're not relying on just pure strength at this point. Once you've pushed in from here, you can lock your elbows out, and then you can kind of just hold it here, and then from there, step into it, and off you go. Now the other thing to ask is some people say they go 1 foot in, and you've got others that put 2 feet in. Now, for me, that's going to be a preference thing. Personally, I like 1, because then if I do need to bail for whatever reason, I've got 1 foot that's free that can hit the floor. If you've got both feet in there, and then you lose control and if your feet fly out in front of you, chances are you're just going to go up and then splat hit the floor. Whereas if you've got 1, you can somewhat keep yourself upright from there. So for me, 1 foot in the band, and I'm going to take my grip as I normally would do. Now bearing in mind, normally if I was a bit higher up, because obviously the ceiling's in the way here, I'd be at dead hang at the bottom, so I'm going to be out here. And from there, you need to keep yourself tight and lift yourself up. Let the resistance band help you at the bottom, and obviously at the top, as there is less stretch in the band, you're going to get less help, so you're going to get lots of help at the bottom here, and then little help at the top as you come on back down. Now when you're ready to finish, do the opposite of how you got into it. So get inside and lock your elbows and push it down. You can then take the strain out of the resistance band in the same way as you got into it, and then you can take it out from there. Now for me, that's going to be the most effective and safest way of getting in and out of a resistance band hanging from the bar. Now in terms of thickness of band, I happen to have 4 different ones. So my green one is my thickest one. The purple one is the one I've set up on the bar there. I've then got a black and a red. I did have a yellow, but I've donated that one to a client because it was even thinner than this one. And honestly, by the time you can do it with a red band, you're probably ready to go with that anyway. So take the stabilizers off and just go for it. But as you can see, once you've got it on and off, it's pretty quick to get that one off. Substitute the other one on using the same method again. So through the hole, bring it in tight, exactly the same, push it down, get your desired foot into it, both if you really want to, grab the bar as normal, and it's going to give you the help that you're going to need from there. Okay, so that's option number one. Now that's to give you some confidence, get you practicing some reps. But if you really want to build strength with one of these movements, then negative reps or eccentric reps are going to be the way forward. Now that means you're going to start yourself at the top and then you're going to lower yourself down as slowly as you can. Now, if you can't get yourself to the top, you might need to get yourself a box or a chair to stand up to, or even just jump to the top to somewhat cheat. Hold yourself in this position and you're going to lower yourself as slowly as you can all the way to that dead hang position, and you might even try and do a little pull at the bottom just to try and get those muscles going again. Now once you've got to the bottom, obviously the reason for doing these is you're not strong enough to pull yourself back up just yet. So again, you're going to cheat yourself to the top by climbing up on the chair or on the box, whatever you need to. Get yourself to the top, hold, and then you're going to lower yourself nice and gently to the bottom, dead hang, and maybe even a little scapular pull at the bottom to practice that movement, because remember that's the hardest bit. Now, other thing to mention, you've probably already seen, I like to get my feet out in front of me and put myself into sort of that hollow hold position. Now one of the other top tips I'm giving some of my clients that I'm working with is some of them have been to like Pilates, yoga and stuff like that, and you've got your rib hip connection. So with your ribs, you've got your bottom ribs down here and your pelvis, your top of your hips there, and you've got a distance between your ribs and your hips. Now we want to keep that distance at least the same. If you make that longer, your abs are going to stretch out and then they're not going to do much to help you. Now for me, this is the disadvantage of using maybe a lat pull down machine, is that you're just going to sort of sit on that machine and just pull up here, and you're not really engaging your abs and certainly not having to deal with the weight of your legs. So my tip for you is to keep your rib hip connection by squeezing your abs. You're as much as in control of this as for any other movement. My other top tip was try and get your feet out in front of you. That's going to help with that, and then squeeze your legs together, and that's going to keep your whole body tight. Now the other thing I talk to people about is, imagine I was going to get you to Princess Carry, jump into my arms, carry me Aaron. Now if you went all limp and soft, I'm probably going to feel a lot heavier than if I stiffen my body up to give you a helping chance, and then you might actually be able to just carry me around and off you go. So if you can do that for your own body, that's also going to make it easier. So again, you're going to get yourself to the top, hold, feet out in front, squeeze your abs and lower yourself nice and slow. Now from there, question is, well, how long do I need to make it? Now anecdotally from my experience with the people that I work with, if you can lower yourself down in a uniform way, so the same speed all the way down, all the way to the bottom with a little pull at the top, for around about a 10-second rep, you are then probably strong enough to be able to have a go at pulling up yourself using your own body weight. So that's one other way to do it. Now the final thing is that some of the people I work with, particularly more smaller women, don't have the grip strength or the size of hands to go around the bar to be able to hold it in the first place. So grips or straps are going to be a great way of doing that. These ones happen to be bear grip ones. All you're going to do here is pop your hands in there. The Velcro is going to hold them in tight, and you've got like a flap system here. This is a nice rubbery material, lots of resistance on it, which means it's not going to slip. They go both this way and this way. Now, if you're using them for maybe barbell stuff or dumbbells, you could probably will go that way with the handle going through this gap here. But for this, because you're probably going to be grabbing the bar, you're probably just going to do it like that. And the grip on there is going to help so you don't have to squeeze the bar so much and go from there. Now, if I just quickly pop both of these on and show you, as long as you've got some force going down through the bar with this extra grip on here, you'll probably find that your grip doesn't become a factor. So I'm just going to hang, even with my legs feeling a bit dangly here, really not engage my lats or core or anything like that. Now I'm pretty much just on one finger, I don't know if you can see that, and I'm still able to hold on. I'm definitely not able to hang with one hand like this too much if I didn't have the straps on. Okay, now the reason why they work is because all that force is going around your wrists instead. So if you imagine the classic scene in the movies where someone's fallen over the edge of a cliff and they go, grab my hand, save me. You're going to grab you from the wrist like that. And if you grab someone like this, then there's a much greater connection there, rather than if you're just in fingertips, that will fall off quite easily. So they're going to be my main tips then for helping you develop pull-ups, or maybe even getting your first pull-up. So that is using resistance bands, but do know that they have their disadvantages as well, and obviously then how to get in them. Negative reps or eccentric reps to help build strength, working towards that 10-second lowering phase with a little bit of a pull-up. And a bonus one, if you're struggling with the grip or you've got smaller hands than the bar that you can get round, then get yourself some straps to help with that. Okay, hope you find that useful. If you did, hit the like button and subscribe. Most of my content is more about kettlebell training and other things like that. But do you know what? Kettlebells aren't perfect. That vertical pulling movement is going to be an excellent thing to add into your training. So, I'll see you on the next one. Because I can't be bothered to talk anymore.